Hello and welcome back to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya and today we are going to do just a little bit of makeup. I just felt like putting on some and so I'm going to do that with you, and you may have some of the products that I have. I have some not high end, mid-range like Tarte, um, Fenty, Revlon, NYX, Maybelline, L'Oreal, Urban Decay, and MAC. Yeah. So I have those products here, all in from different genres of the makeup world, and I am going to share this creation with you. So we're going to try to be a little bit creative. The first thing I'm going to be using is from Urban Decay, the uh, eyeshadow primer potion, but the anti-aging version for my aging eyes. And we already have established that I can't see anything when I take these glasses off. So we're just going to put some of this on. And I've already done my brows. And I use the Sephora brand waterproof brow product. I don't remember the actual name of it, but that is what I used. And it does stay on through sweating. And when you're trying to wipe it off, you have to go over it a couple times. And I use a makeup wipe. So that's that. So I've used my primer potion. And the first thing we're going to do is go into this NYX palette called Off Tropic. And these are the lovely colors. I have on a mint green top today. So I'm definitely going to try to incorporate this green in the look. And I'm going to take a page from one of the people that I watch on YouTube, Simply You Makeup. It's Simply You Makeup. Her name is V, and she is very bold in her application and the colors that she picks. She picks colors that you wouldn't traditionally think would go together, but when she's done with the final application, you really like the creation that she's come up with and how bold she is in the application of those products. So, Ms. V from Simply You Makeup, you are the inspiration for me trying to get out of my comfort zone and in using some color today. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I am going to get a blending brush, and I'm going to wipe it off using my color switch from not Urban Decay, from Ulta Beauty. I'm not sure if they still sell these or not. So the very first color I'm going to go into is going to be this mustardy color here. So and I've never used this palette before. So let's get in there. Not a lot of kick up. I'm dipping in, tapping off. And we're gonna go up to the brow bone with this color. I'm gonna put it all over the eye. And under the brow bone. And into the crease. So we're packing and blending, packing and blending. And that's a very pigmented color. I'm glad you'll be able to see it. And not forget up under that brow bone. So it's pigmented, but not overly pigmented, whereas as soon as you put the color on, it's like very concentrated. But as you pack the color, it becomes more vibrant. Into the inner crease, the inner tear duct there, the inner corner, and I'm just going back and forth for color saturation. And then I'm going to put a little bit more on this side because it seems like it's fading a little bit. And remember, I did put on a primer. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to take a more precise blending brush, and so we did get a little bit of kick up here. We're going to go into this vibrant orange there, and we're going to put that in the inner crease. So that is a little bit more pigmented than that mustardy color. There we go. That was simple and easy. So that is very pigmented orange. We're taking that into the inner crease, the inner corner. Next, let's wipe that off with the color switch. This is what it looks like. It gets that color off. Let's go into, so we've been using mattes. Let's go into this matte color. This is a, oh, and there's some pressed pigments in here. I was just looking. We're going to go into this color. None of them have names, but it's like this raspberry color here. Same brush. And where do I want to put this? I'm going to put this on the outer corner here. And sweep that in to that orange a little bit. So that's vibrant. And this is going into my outer V there. Into the outer V. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, we're going to take this brush from the Tarte, what do they call it? The Sugar Rush brand from Tarte. And this is the Write Your Own Story brush. And it's a flat shader. And so that raspberry color didn't kick up a lot. We're going to go into that green there, right here, just to try to tie it in. I'm one of those people that like to tie in my colors to what I'm wearing. I don't know. It is something I like to do. And we're going to place this on the lid. And place it on the lid. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to line our eyes with the Bodyography Onyx pencil liner. All right. So we've lined the eye. Next, you might think we're going into mascara, but what we're going to do is we're going to use our L'Oreal True Matte powder in C6 under the eye. I got rid of the older sponge, and the sponge I have now is way thicker so it don't close anymore. And we're going under the eye with this. And what you'll see is to me, a dramatic change, because right now they're vibrant, but they don't look as vibrant. But once I get rid of these dark circles under the eye, you'll be able to see it. Well, the first thing I need to do before I do any of that is I'm going to prime my face with the Maybelline Master Prime and Hydrate and Smooth. I have normal to dry skin, and this is my favorite primer. So I'm gonna put some of this on under the eye there, and on top of the forehead, around the sides, down the nose. Now we'll take this and place it under the eye. Just to brighten, and so that my eyeshadow doesn't compete with my dark circles. And I bring it up into the hairline, across the bridge of the nose, up into the hairline. Alrighty, done that. Put that back in there even though it won't close. Next, we're going to take an IT Cosmetic brush. This is the Skin Smoothing Complexion number 704 brush. And we're going to use our Fenty Pro Filter Powder Soft Matte Foundation in the color 445. And we're going to use this to blend out the powder I used under my eye, just along the edges, and to add foundation to the face. I've been exfoliating my skin with a chemical exfoliator for the past week and a half or so, and that's really made a change in how powder foundation applies to my dry skin. By keeping it exfoliated, it doesn't bunch up and lift up on my nose where I typically have dry skin, and you can really tell that it's there because the powder foundation will adhere to it. This is what it looks like. It looks horrible in there. I ended up getting something wet, like a brush that hadn't dried completely. I thought it was dry. The powder said it was not. So I had to scrape some Marpan off. So we're using this brush to finish this face. And when I use the exfoliating pad, and I'll probably do a video on the skincare that I'm doing right now, because I'm really pleased with my forehead lines being severely diminished, and the smoothness and texture of my marionette lines and my nose. Next, we're gonna go MAC Sweet as Cocoa blush. And we're going to be using another IT brush. This is the Boudoir brush. We're going to go in to the Sweet as Cocoa. Get that on the brush. I'm tapping it off on top of my color switch. And I'm smiling. I like to apply blush to my cheeks. And this has a sheen to it, a slight shimmer. It's sweet as cocoa. And I just go up, but I do concentrate blush. I have a round face, and I think you're just supposed to concentrate it here. But I like blush on my cheeks, on the apples of my cheeks. Okay? And the very last thing we need to do is to add a lip. So this lip is going to be from Revlon. This is their super lustrous lip gloss. And this is, they've repackaged to now it's the gloss. And this is called Indulge in It, number 270. And they went to the big doe foot applicator. Now we're going to go into Tarte's C collection. You can't hardly see it. It's can you see that? The C collection. And this is the what is this called? Surfer Curl. I got it all upside down and everything anyway. Surfer Curl. And I think I mentioned before in a video that this reminds me of the Lash Stiletto from Maybelline with the brush and how it applies to the lashes. And I was a Lash Stiletto fiend. That was a favorite. But then I started getting beauty boxes, and then you start getting all those mascaras and everything. And it just makes no sense to buy mascara anymore. You're getting them in beauty boxes left and right. One more dip. I possibly could use just one side, but I double dip. I dip for both sides of the eye. Now, typically, I would have used my Maybelline Age Rewind Instant Eraser under my eyes, hazelnut, but because I was going to be using a powder foundation from Fenty, I just decided to just leave everything powder. And this is the face. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back with a new video soon. This is the eye look. The lips are new, but this is like a mauvey brown. So it gives me some color. You won't be able to see the color. My lips are actually pigmented, so their colors like this compete with my lips. So it's more of a gloss with a hint of color. But thank you again for watching, for spending some time with me. I don't know. It might not be the right thing to do, but I love putting blush on my apples of my cheeks. And Sweet as Cocoa is a OG and possibly a brown girl staple. Okay? So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. And I'll see you in another video. Stay whimsical and let your inner whimsy shine. Bye.